Greetings to all of you. In today's session, we are going to discuss about intermediate chemistry, which is important for the entrance examinations and competitive exams you are preparing for on the international floor, national India level, JEE Advanced and JEE Mains, NEET Chemistry, Telangana EAMCET examination and Andhra Pradesh EAMCET examination. In addition to all these, if you are preparing for any government competitive examination, this kind of information will be very much helpful. Let's enter into our today's session. Here, the question is given from IUPAC nomenclature where organic compound is given. It's IUPAC nomenclature we need to provide. Name the following compound as per the IUPAC protocol. This is the cyclic compound where you can find one ester in either hydroxy. In order to name this one, we have to go through the rules and guidelines provided as per the IUPAC. IUPAC stands for International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. The correct answer will be methyl 3-hydroxy cyclopentane carboxylate. This will be the correct answer. Let's see how can we justify this answer. In order to get that one, if any ester functional group is present in the given organic compound, it can be mentioned as alkyl. This fragment can be designated as alkyl and the entire remaining part will be taken as a alkanoate. Simply we can say alkyl alkanoate, right? So for ester, we can pronounce like this, alkyl alkanoate. Here, alkyl will be methyl and remaining entire part will become alkanoate, right? So that we can say this is the kind of methyl. So here alkyl will be a methyl. And on this alkanoate part, we have another substituent. This substituent can be regarded as hydroxy. And if we start from this carbon, being ester is the higher priority, so that let's assign number 1 over here and 2 for the second carbon, and proceeding carbon will be third one where hydroxy resided. Fine. So 3-hydroxy, let's mention 3-hydroxy, and it is the kind of 5-membered cyclic chain. So that cyclic ring, we can say cyclopentane. 5-membered cyclic ring can be designated as cyclopentane. And the else part will be the carboxylate. Simply we can write a carboxylate. So that the entire part will become alkyl, means methyl, and hydroxy is present on third carbon on the ring. So that 3-hydroxy, and this ring will be cyclopentane, and this will be designated as the carboxylate. That is perfectly mentioned in the option number A. For question number 1, option number A will be the correct answer. Move on to question number 2. It is given from Cambridge University. A test tube containing a damp iron wool is inverted in water. Here, a beaker of water will be taken and a test tube containing iron wool can be immersed invertedly into the water like this. Fine. After 3 days, the water level inside the test tube has risen. If we observe water level got risen, what could be the reason behind this one? In order to explain this, what changes it occurred, what changes it undergo, we need to observe, right? So for this question, the correct answer will be iron oxide has been formed. Correct option will be iron oxide formed. That is nothing but rusting process. We can say corrosion process. Let's get the explanation for this kind of question. And increasing the water level is observed inside the test tube. The water level rised due to removal of oxygen from the air. Air oxygen got removed. Why? Because that oxygen mixed with iron. No, whenever oxygen is reacted with the iron, that will be converted into rust. Rust is chemically designated as a hydrated ferric oxide. We can mention it as hydrated ferric oxide, right? Whenever oxygen content in the air decreases because of this rusting or corrosion process, around 20% oxygen got consumed over there. This decrease in the level of oxygen in the air can reduce the pressure, so that water level got raised. This estimated percentage of oxygen is approximately total percentage of oxygen present in the air. We already aware that oxygen content in the air around 21 or 24%. Roughly it is taken as 20%. This is estimated percentage we can say. Fine. So the correct answer will be iron oxide will be formed. Whenever iron oxide is formed, atmospheric air loses its oxygen levels. Whenever oxygen levels got fall down, and water level got increased. This is the way we can explain. And the main chemical reaction participated is called corrosion or rusting of iron. For question number 2, option number A will be the correct answer. Move on to question number 3. Question number 3 again given from the organic chemistry, where this is the question collected from the JEE Advanced 2022 question paper. The total number of sp2 hybridized carbon atoms present in the measure product P, a non-heterocyclic compound. This is the clue we can clearly see, because we are not supposed to go for critical mixing all these things. We have to get clear idea. The final product will be non-heterocyclic compound in the following reaction. This is the starting material, where you can find 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbons containing open chain with the 4 nitriles over here. CN denotes what? Nitrile. 4 nitriles are present on terminal carbon atoms. Fine. And first of all, we are going with the reduction with lithium aluminum hydride. Excess means we are adding in the bulk quantity, and we already aware that lithium aluminum hydride is called a strong reducing agent. Subsequently hydrolysis added with water, no? So what will be the product by this kind of reduction and hydrolysis? Later on, it reacted with acetophenone in excess again. So this is the way you have to treat. Whatever 4 nitriles are there, each and every nitrile will participate in the reaction, being all the reagents are given in the bulk quantity. Fine. Acetophenone is the condensing agent, so that we will get the final product as the condensed one. So in order to get product P as the measure one, we need to go for step-by-step reaction mechanism. This is the tetranitrile compound, what is given as the starting material, treated with lithium aluminum hydride under excess conditions, followed by water addition, so that it will be converted into CH2NH2. This is called what? Primary amine. How many? 4 will be generated, because we have 4 nitriles. Subsequently 4 amines will be generated, and all these amines will treated with acetophenone under excess conditions. So each and every amine will be condensed with acetone. Acetone is the CH3, C double bond with CH3. So that condensed product will be formed in this manner. Double bond N, double bond N, double bond N, double bond. These are called imine linkages. These many are formed. The question is, how many sp2 hybridized carbon atoms are there? And already we know this is non-heterocyclic. We are not getting any cyclic product over here. Just we need to stop the reaction over here. That's the reason why we need to count the number of sp2 carbon atoms. How can we do that? Hybridization is very simple, which is clearly explained by valency bond theory. As per the VBT theory, if any carbon is having only sigma bonds around that, we can clearly say it is the sp3 carbon. If any carbon is attached with the double bonds, then we can say it is the sp2 carbon atom. If carbon is directly linked with the triple bond, so that sp carbon. So we can clearly see carbon double bondeds are present 1, 2, 3, 4. So that sp2 carbon atoms also 4. So 4 sp2 hybrid carbon atoms are present in the given compound. For question number 3, option number B will be the correct answer. Move on to question number 4. Question number 4 is also the part of series of reactions carried in the organic chemistry, right? So if we know exact part of reagent reaction, then only it is possible to identify. Not only organic chemistry, we need to get certain idea about the mathematical part as well, because the question basically given as what will be the product in grams. Weight of the product we need to estimate. That's why we need to go for calculation also. Chemical reaction solving is important, and followed by yield formation in the percentage is also important, so that we can say it is somewhat a logical question. First of all, we are taking acetylene. CH triple bond CH is the kind of alkyne, triple bonded. So this acetylene is passing. Acetylene is a gas, no? Gas welding, we can use this. So it is passing through iron tube, which is under red hot conditions. Red heated iron tube when we are passing this acetylene, and it will be polymerized. We can say polymer will be generated. Acetylene 3 moles can be taken, so that we will get the cyclic compound, which is called benzene. The benzene formed not 100 but around 80%. 80% benzene when formed, we are going with what? Friedel-Crafts alkylation under Lewis acid conditions AlCl3. We are going to treat with propyl chloride. This is called propyl chloride. Whenever propyl chloride is treated, there is a alkyl substituted benzene. We can say isopropyl benzene. We will see mechanism in detail. Just we are getting rough interpretation for this one. And later on, oxygen followed by hydrolysis, so that you can remove side chain, and we will get certain product C. Further acylation under basic conditions, so that final product will be we will get under 100% conditions. So that how much product we are getting, we need to identify. And moreover, the yield of A, B, C, D are given in the parenthesis. All the yield percentages are there. And atomic weight of hydrogen is 1, carbon is 12, oxygen is 16, chlorine is given as 35. The expected answer will be 136. We need to get 136. How can we solve? This is somewhat critical. Let's enter into this one. 3 moles. 3 moles of acetylene when combined and passing through the red hot tube. Then we will get the benzene. There is a formation of benzene will be possible. Benzene upon alkylation, so that isopropyl benzene will be formed rather than N-propyl benzene, because secondary carbocation will be attached over there. Then oxygen followed by addition of water, so the cleavage in between 2 carbon chains. Aromatic ring will be attached with OH, and another part, 3 carbon part will be converted into acetone. Right, this is called phenol. This phenol will be treated with acylating agent called acetyl chloride under pyridine basic conditions. So simply we can say O-acylation to give ester as the final product. So as per the question, they mentioned 15 moles of acetylene can be taken. 15 moles of acetylene can generate 3 moles generates 1 mole, 15 moles generates 4 moles. Right, so here B will be formed in 2 moles, C will be formed in 1 mole, and D will be formed in 1 mole only. This is the way we can convert chemical equation into number of moles. Later on, it's the final product weight we need to estimate. The final product atomic molecular formula is given as C8H8O2. Right, so let's deduce its molecular weight. Molecular weight can be calculated as 8 times carbon are there. 8 times carbon can be multiplied with 8 times 12. Then 8 times hydrogen. 8 times hydrogen can be multiplied. 2 times oxygen. Oxygen atomic weight is 12, so the 2 times 16 can be multiplied. All these can be taken as the sum, so that we will get 136 as the molecular weight of this final ester. The final D ester product molecular weight is calculated as 136. Moles of the product formed. We need to calculate how many moles of product will be formed. 15 moles of acetylene will be taken. So 3 moles gives the product. Actually 15 moles, how much product will be generated, that can be taken by 15 by 3. In the same way we need to go for remaining also. 15 by 3 is given for what? Starting one, this one. 15 by 3 can be given for that one, and 0.8 is given for the second one. 0.5 can be taken for remaining product formations. So that the final answer will be, after getting calculation of all this, we will get 3 by 3. 3 by 3 can be compatiated as 1. Then 1 is the number of moles of the product. Clearly you can see number of moles of the product is taken as 1 mole only. So that 136 100%, they mentioned 100%, so that 136 100% means 136 grams only. So 100% 136 will be generated. that only the final answer we will get for this question number 4. Let's repeat once again. Acetylene polymerized to give benzene. Benzene on treating with alkylating agent, so that we will get this is called isopropyl benzene. B is called isopropyl benzene, called cumene. And cumene upon oxidation under acid hydrolysis conditions, so that we will get C, phenol. Phenol further treated with acylating agent in pyridine basic conditions, so the product will be ester. Ester will be formed, whose weight is calculated as 136. Let's move on to question number 5. Question number 5. This is taken from the Telangana EAMCET examination 2023. Which of the following statement regarding the ozone is not correct? We need to answer not correct. All the statements are correct. One is wrong, that we need to predict. Ozone molecule is angular in shape. Exactly. Ozone is the resonance hybrid of two structures. This also correct. Oxygen-oxygen bond length in the ozone identical with that of molecular hydrogen. This may not be correct, because oxygen get repulsions in lone pair bond pair, but hydrogen purely bond pair will be there. Lone pairs may not present in hydrogen. So the correct statement will be third one only, where oxygen-oxygen bond length may not be exactly is equal to hydrogen. This will be the right answer. Ozone is used as a germicide, disinfectant in the purification of air. So we can treat ozone to the water, so that disinfection is possible. Water disinfection is possible, and even air freshener. So any closed rooms are present, you can pass ozone, so that it will release the nascent oxygen to kill the germs, and molecular oxygen to purify the air, because air quality can be measured in terms of its oxygen levels. Greater the oxygen level, greater will be the quality of air or quality of water as well. So that this also exactly apting for this ozone molecule. Let's see exact explanation for this question. Ozone molecule is represented in the angular form. What they are saying in the option number 1 is correct only. And ozone exists in two equivalent resonance. It is the hybrid. Ozone is the resonance hybrid of two equivalent resonating structures. That also perfectly mapping. Then move on to ozone. If you see ozone bond length, oxygen bond length is given as 1.2 angstroms. Hydrogen is given as a 432 bond angles kilojoules. Bond energies for commonly these all these are for bond energies. No, these are bond energies, not bond angles. Bond angle of hydrogen atom, being it is the covalently bounded, that may not exactly similar to that of 1.2. And I can clearly say it will be less than this 1.2 angstroms only. Why? Because oxygen bond length is longer when compared to hydrogen bond length, because in the ozone molecule, oxygen atoms are resided with the lone pair of electrons. Lone pairs, when they are in the closure vicinity, they get repelled very much. That's the reason why they move far apart. That's the reason why oxygen bond length is very longer when compared to hydrogen. If you see the hydrogen, it is the tiniest atom and contains 1s1 and 1s1 electrons got combined in the bonding level, so that there is no repulsive forces operated in hydrogen molecule. So bond length is shorter compared to the ozone molecule. So it will be lesser than 1.2 angstroms. So this is not the correct explanation, which is not correct they are asking. That's the reason why question number 5 on option number 3 will be the correct answer. And already we explained about how germicidal action, disinfectant action for and purification of air is possible for ozone. Ozone is very unstable in nature, O3. That O3 can be clearly, this O3 can be clearly what disintegrated into molecular oxygen and one nascent oxygen. This molecular oxygen can rise the level of oxygen levels in the air, but this nascent oxygen will kill all the germs and the infection causing organisms, any microbes are there. So that this is exactly the application of ozone, we can say. So for question number 5, option number 3 will be the correct answer. Move on to question number 6. What is the basicity of H3PO2, H3PO3, H3PO4? All these are said to be acids, oxy acids of phosphorus. These three are called oxy acids of phosphorus. This is called hypophosphorus acid. This is called phosphorus acid. This is called phosphoric acid. All these are oxy acids of phosphorus. And what is mean by basicity? Basicity is nothing but number of replaceable H plus ions. How many H plus ions it donate? That is called its basicity. If it is giving 1 H plus, so that we can say basicity of that compound is 1. So in this manner, H3PO2, H3PO3, H3PO4. For these three compounds, what will be the basicities? The correct order will be hypophosphorus acid is having 1, phosphorus acid is having 2, phosphoric acid is having 3 as the basicity. Let's see how can we explain this one. In order to explain, its geometry is most important. Pyrophosphorus acid is represented like this, where phosphorus surrounded with 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 double bond linkage, in either OH will be there. Wherever HP bond is there, that is non-polar. It is not possible to detach this kind of hydrogen. Whatever hydrogens are present here, these are not free. They are strongly bonded. We can't remove them. Rather, OH bond hydrogens are more polar. We can easily displace. So that in pyrophosphorus acid, one of the hydrogen is free to liberate, so that its basicity is designated as 1 only, because we can remove this hydrogen rather than these two. And move on to second, phosphorus acid, where phosphorus acid is having 2 OH. These 2 OH are able to release 2 H plus ions, so that its basicity will be 2. And this hydrogen, though it is present, but directly bonded to phosphorus, non-polar, strongly bonded. So that replaceable hydrogens are this OH hydrogen and this OH hydrogen only. So that its basicity, phosphorus acid basicity is 2 only. Move on to phosphoric acid. In this phosphoric acid, we have OH, OH, OH. These many OH are there, so that replaceable H plus ions are 3. So that phosphoric acid basicity will be 3. So here we can clearly see H3PO2 is having 1, H3PO3 is having 2, H3PO4 is having 3. For question number 6, option number 4 will be the correct answer. By this, we totally concluded the session. Hope this will be very clear and it is understandable, and it will be helpful for your further preparation. It will curate your mind to move for certain kind of preparation in this juncture. And I'm sincerely requesting all of you to like the channel, comment which part is more interesting for you, and any kind of things still needed, and share with the aspirants who are seriously preparing for any entrance or competitive exams as well. And subscribe the channel in order to get more such kind of updates in this regard. And thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you, one and all.